I wait, see if anybody come up here. I know I'm late, but it wasn't my fault. Happy Mac. Excuse me. To all the people that were here earlier and I wasn't, I'm pretty sure everybody know exactly what I was doing. But hello to all those people that was on the chat. Do. Deborah Garrett, how you doing? Happy Mac, how you doing? And Happy Mac, if you if you message me, put a yes in the chat, please. If you emailed me, put a yes in the chat just to let me know it was you. Tamika, how you doing? Living Natural, how you doing? Kenyatta's Journey, how you doing? Drell, how you doing? Cassandra 55, yes, I'm late. I know it. It wasn't my fault. Sunshine, how you doing? Miss Patty, how you doing? The mother and daughter duo, how you doing? Anne Marie, how you doing? Okay, I think I'm caught up. But I'm gonna do a little difference today since I've been missing for the hour when I was supposed to come on. And if you think about it, it wasn't my fault. I was with my grandson. His dad made an appointment for him to do something because he's got a event tomorrow for 4-H, and his dad wasn't home at the time, so I had to take care of it, and I'm here now. I actually got in not too long ago. I got out my sweaty clothes, grabbed me a bite, real eat, and I said, "Let me get on here, talk to the people." But I'm gonna make it easier tonight. I'm gonna make it much easier. You can ask me a question, and I'll answer it to the best of my ability. I'll answer it. So I'm gonna let y'all ask the questions, and I'll answer it the best I can. Sunshine, I ain't no babies in my house, and my grandson does not drive. He's only 11 years old. You ain't gotta tell me every time I get in trouble or something. Trust me, it's over one of my grandchildren. That's it. That's the only trouble I get in now. Yes, my grandson is in 4-H, and it seems like every week we got something going on now. Uh, he has an event tomorrow, and I think since we got this sheet back, we got that sheet a week after school ended last year, and I've been going constantly with that. And now that that competition was over, we end up start doing archery. And in the midst of archery, he's got a program tomorrow that he has to attend. Whew. I'm doing more with him than I did with my own children. Yes, it's a 4-H project. That wasn't your baby fault. It was your son's fault. True. Well, true enough. I say it was both of their fault. I say it was my son's fault, and it was also my grandson's fault because he got so much going on. He he's a smart fella, and I believe that he need to let some of these things go. He wants to play football. He wants to play basketball. He wants to play baseball. He wants to play soccer. And the only thing with that is 4-H is right in the middle of it. And I have to spend so much time with 4-H. Patty's Kitchen, how you doing? How you doing? Mike's Chaotic, how you doing? DD ASMR, how you doing? Happy Mike, did you put a yes in the chat whether you sent me the email or not? I did respond, but I like to check and make sure it was you that sent me the email. Like I said, today is open mic. You ask a question, and I'm gonna try my best to answer it for you. Okay, Happy Mac. I intended to put all that stuff in the mail today, but like I said, I got involved with my grandson, and I've been running all day. He's active as long as during school and all that stuff, but as soon as school time in, I'll say when 6 o'clock in, he's on the computer, he's on his phone, iPad, all that stuff. But I try to encourage him, make sure you get done what you're supposed to get done first, then you can do something else. Oh, and the honey and the seeds and stuff, they'll go in the mail tomorrow. I intended to put them in the mail today. So best yet, Happy Mac, ARD, and Sunshine, your packages go in the mail tomorrow. During the time of year, what is going on with the bees? How do you prepare for the winter? How I prepare my bees for the winter? Leave them alone. I take and give them sugar and sugar water. I set that up inside the hive so they can get it whenever they want it. And I have a big container of water sitting outside the hive, so whenever they come out, they're not going to. Now they're flying around, but they're not going to do any real flying. So I have water and food for them set up close to their hive and in their hive, so they get everything they need. Because when it get too cold, they're not going anywhere. They're just going to be flying around the immediate area and in and out, cleaning their beehive and doing all that women stuff. Yes, my Happy Mike, my grandson did show at the county fair, and he came in second place. The only reason he came in second place because he had a harness on the sheep. If he didn't have the harness, I think he would have came in first place. There was another guy, another young fella that was in front of him, and he didn't have a harness on him. He controlled him by the neck, and he got first place. But if my grandson could control the sheep by the neck and didn't use a harness, I think he would have got first place. What do bees eat? Bees eat sugar, water sugar, and the thing to it is that they're eating it to produce honey and stuff, which we eat. But I give them pollen powder. Uh, Let me rephrase what I give them. I give them some. I got them pollen and pollen powder. I give that to them. I give them sugar and I give them sugar water. That's basically it. Yeah, congratulations on him, but he's working me. He's working me. Now, if he had something where he had a fishing competition or something, where he had to go out and catch the fish and weigh the fish and all that. I'm 100% with that. I could do that all day long. I could fish all day long. Don't need no breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just give me my cup of coffee and leave me alone. I'll fish with them all day long. This is why they fly flowers to the flower. Well, they if there's flowers out, the bee's gonna find it. It's cooling down right now. Not many farmers got stuff out there. The only going through the area, the only thing I see growing is cotton. That's it. And the cotton ain't gonna do nothing for bees. Uh, there's some ooh, I forgot the name of that stuff. I'm not a herbalist, but it's some I forgot the name of the flowers out there. I thought it was a weed, but then I find out it's food for the bees as well. And then you can also use it to make tinctures. Is it hard to remember all the things the judges want when everyone is looking at you? Second place is fantastic. Well, the thing to it is, I keep telling my grandson, calm down, take your time. I know there's a time limit on stuff, but he has to calm down and pay attention to what's going on. There's only one mistake that I saw that my grandson actually made. And the thing to it is, even though you're controlling the sheep, you have to keep your eyes on the judge. No, wherever that judge go, you have to keep your eyes on the judge. If he goes around, you have to hold that sheep and you have to go around the sheep head, and you got to keep your eyes on the guy that's judging everything. So he made well, he made that mistake because the judge was walking, and the judge, I think he was walking slow, but then I think he sped it up, and he did. My grandson didn't turn and look at him right quick. And unfortunately, the good thing was once he went in the back, he came around the front quick too. So therefore, uh, he didn't have to switch out anything. But that was a strike against him because he's supposed to keep his eyes on the sheet. I mean, on the guy that's judging. Laura's Garden, how you doing? Well, Miss Patty, I'm trying to be the best pawpaw that they have. Uh, One of the reasons my children and my grandchildren, I do almost anything for them because I know what it's like not to have a father. Well, let me rephrase it. I had a father, but didn't have a father. And that's one of the reasons I do so much for my kids and my grandchildren. I don't want them to ever feel the way I felt. DDD. I love fishing, even though I have never caught any fish. Oh man, you might need an aquarium, but fish. That's how I. If I couldn't have the animals and all the stuff back in the '90s, when I started working this other job I was at, I would get off work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and the only thing I do is go to the house just to put some boots on and take my uniform off. I get in the car, I go fishing, and I get back home by 12 or 1 o'clock. I eat me a snack, go to bed, wake back up at I lived out there then, so I would wake up about 6 o'clock and socialize with the family a little bit, then take me a nap, get up and go to work. Fishing was my way of releasing. Miss T with the T, how you doing? Yeah, Miss Patty, your children they appreciate you. The thing to it is they don't know how to show it because I still got to get on them and stuff. When like when Christmas and birthdays and all that come, I say put a little thought into what you got. When you get Papa something, put a little thought into it. And one year, this was back in, I think it was like in 2013. Uh, they went and my son and daughter, they went and bought me some fishing stuff for my birthday. And I said, okay, okay, okay. And then I said, Daddy, you don't never use that. Well, the thing to it is, everything they bought me came from Walmart. That was I superseded those stuff years ago. And the stuff they got me, if I start using it would have been broke within 2 to 3 minutes. They bought me a rod, and I would have been happy if they brought me a Zebco, but they bought me a no name, and it was more like a children's rod. But when I go fishing, I want to use something good. But I know they love me. My daughter, she gave me a pump and stuff, and I originally told her I was going to use it when I clean the chicken eggs and stuff. And the only one I was cleaning was the one that had poop or in the mud or whatever. But I ordinarily don't wash my eggs. I bring my eggs in the house, and as long as they don't have anything on it, that's the way they stay. You get to keep them longer. You don't have to put them in the refrigerator. Once you wash that clear cut off the eggs, you need to refrigerate them. Yeah, fishing is relaxing, and like I said, when I had my other job and I go fishing and everything, that's all I did was fish. And my wife, she wanted to start going fishing with me, and it was nice. And then my son, he wanted to fish, so my it was me, my wife, and son. We were doing all the fishing, and finally one time I said, "You've been fishing long enough." I went to this little place up in Evans, Georgia, and I had a big bank in there. I set everything up right there, and she said, "You putting that out right?" I said, "Everything being set up right here." And what I did was I left her and my son in this spot, and I walked about a quarter mile down the bank, and I started fishing. And I heard, "I got a fish! I got a fish! I got a fish!" I looked at her. I kept fishing, and my son, he grabbed the fish and everything, and she thought, "What am I do? What am I do? What am I do?" I said, "Take the towel, hold the fish, and get them pliers right there, and take the hook out the mouth." She did that. Never had a problem. When the job had fishing little events up there at the job, my wife, she was taking hooks out of the fish mouth for the other ladies that was scared to do it. They was fishing, but they scared to do it. Hands in the dirt. How you doing, bro? Good to see you. This is the time you can ask me any questions, and I'm gonna do my best to answer it for you. Grammy's Journal. How you doing? Yes, it is. I want to get back. DDD. Let me just say 3D. Fishing would be a wonderful content. Yes, it was. I love fishing, and I keep telling my wife I'm gonna go fishing, but every time I decide to go fishing, something else comes up, and apparently it seems to be a little more important. So I push the fishing to the side. I I got a backpack, my military rucksack. I made that a fishing bag, and I used to have it sitting by the door. Now I went to the shed. Every time I try to go fish, I don't have time to do it. So I said one day I'm gonna get to it because I don't know. I might have to let her make me mad or something. Then if she make me mad, I know I'm going fishing. I'll be fishing for the wrong reason, but I'll be fishing. This is your time. You want to know anything about J3GS? You can ask. Hands in the dirt telling everybody hello. If anybody want to come up and ask me questions personally or whatever, the link is in the chat. Hit the chat. Come on up. But this event, I think the event tomorrow that my grandson has to do, I think it has something to do with a speech or something. I'm not sure. I told the wife I'll let her handle this one. But anything that got to do with animals or outside, I do. But whenever it comes to the in school events, anything that's inside the building, I let my wife handle it. She used to be a substitute teacher. But I tell you what, when I start fishing, I guarantee I'm gonna start doing some videos of me fishing because it's something I love to do, and I'm gonna do it. Monday, I gotta go see the doctor, and he gonna give me evaluation on my leg, and if he said I'm good, first thing I'm gonna do is going back in the backyard, and I'm trying my best. I'm well, if we don't get any rain, I'm gonna be out there working from sun up to sundown, which is probably about well, I come in probably around 4 or something due to the fact it get dark early. Hands in the dirt. Case 55 says she received her gift. Hands in the dirt. I've contacted the 2 peoples for the honey, and I spoke to one today, and the other one sent me an email, and I told them their honey will be in the mail tomorrow. And that contest, I'm not contest, but that Joy Fest that Hands and Nikki had, thanks to Micro Farmer, I believe it was a success for the simple reason there were so many people that wanted the prizes that Micro sent in. And then besides that, there were so many prizes after that section where everybody had a chance to win prizes. But I thought about sending y'all this book right here, Hands. But I think I better keep this one. Medical Teas to all them things that's wrong with your body, ailments, and all that stuff. That book right there is good. Yeah, I know they're gonna love that honey too, Hands. I hope they don't get addicted to it. There's somebody in the chat right now. I'm not gonna say her name, but she kind of got addicted to that honey. She got one bottle that she won't let her husband or daughter touch. That's hers no matter what. Let me see your face. There go my bro right there.
Hey man, I'm on my other phone. I don't even see my avatar. What's going on? I need to switch phone.
Now I don't see avatar. All I see is a white spot.
Yeah, I'm on my. It's a cell phone. Yeah, you know the one I had before I bought the other one, and I use it around the house because it receives calls and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But yeah, man, it was. We had a good time Wednesday. And I really like that. You know, so many people donated. I appreciate you for donating that honey. You know, honey Schlangle. I got to
All
say it
right.
like that, honey Schlangle. You know what I'm saying? I got and
I set your bottle aside too, because you
okay, I
see
appreciate it.
when your daughter graduate, I'll see y'all in. So hey,
Yeah, I'll be down there. I just reserved my rooms tonight. I'll be down there on the 13th, she has her nurses pinning day at
Okay.
6 p.m. that evening, and then on the 14th, uh, she'll actually graduate, and then
Okay.
we're gonna leave that morning of the 15th.
All
But
right.
yeah, man, I look forward to meeting you and getting some of that good old honey. I
Right.
love it. I love honey in my teas, man.
Well, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice.
Man, you better not. All right now.
No, I'm just saying you a married man, so it's all good. You a married man.
Yeah, yeah.
You a married man. Just
Yeah.
that your wife ain't gonna let you go, boy. I'm telling you, she ain't gonna let you go.
Uh, she don't
You
even
gonna
like
miss.
honey, which is weird. She doesn't like honey. She a
But I
weirdo,
guarantee.
man. I love honey.
Well, don't let her taste this. Then don't let
Oh,
her
I'm gonna
taste
let
it,
her
bro.
taste it. I'm gonna let her
No,
taste it.
don't let her taste it, bro. You gonna
I'm gonna let her taste. There's a lot of stuff she says she didn't like till she tried it. Like sometimes you gotta try stuff, different foods and whatnot, and you'll like them then. Yeah, but I love
well.
honey as a sweetener.
Okay, bro. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this little hint. You need to start doing push-ups. You need to start doing sit-ups. You need to get your longevity up to par.
no, man, my longevity don't left. my, lo- my longevity been gone here.
I understand, bro. Hey,
Yeah, but yeah,
hey,
man.
hey, hey. But it comes back when it needs to.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, 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 yeah. You got to schedule it,
hey.
But yeah, man, we appreciate everybody that participated in that. And I heard you talking about fishing, and I was talking about it earlier. On my, I did a little pop up live while I was in a tree today, and when I was on Miss Shirley, I should do way more fishing. You know what I'm saying? That I do hunting.
Right.
And since the pandemic happened, man, it really slowed me. Yeah, it really just slowed me down to a halt almost. I did go. I got a friend in Savannah. The guy used to work for me. He called me out the blue checking on me. He was like, "Man, you still like to fish?" I'm like, "Man, yeah, I still love to fish." He's like, "Oh man, I got a buddy with a boat." So I'm thinking that the dude's finna, and he was like, "I'll set it up, man. You ain't got to pay for no gas. I got everything set up for you. Just get here for your birthday." I was like, "All right, I'll be down for my birthday." And we went down there and we go to the dock and we wait for them to show up. I'm like, man, this dude better not show up in no daggone canoe. You know what I'm saying? Talking about going in the ocean. And Buddy pulled up in a 38-foot center console. I was like, oh, okay. I see how we doing it. And then it make it even cooler. The guy that on the boat is ex-military, so we chopping it up.
Hoorah. Hoorah.
Yeah, yeah. But he took us out. My wife went out with us the first day, and we was catching black bass and croaker and all those type of fish like that. And the next day she didn't go, but she said she couldn't take it. They go on the next day, so we
Hey,
inshore fished the next day, and man, it was just fun to get back to. Now I got my line broke so many times, and I was, I got deep sea rods, so I got 40-pound tests, 80, 100-pound leaders, and they
yes,
was
yes.
man, them boys took me to a little spot. First of all, I was like, these fools finna get us stuck. We went up in a creek, like we the Atlantic up in the bay, but it was some creeks back in there that runs
Mhm.
off the and we was going back in these creeks. I was like, man, we finna get stuck in this big boat back here, man, these bushes, man. That's what I'm thinking. And we get back to one of these spots, man, back up in there, man. Some of the biggest fish man, they were breaking my line like it wasn't nothing, man.
I know it. I know it.
Snapping my line. I was like, I can't believe it, man. They was like, oh yeah, you got to get this braided, blah blah blah. I'm like,
That's
man,
it.
I don't caught all kind of fish, you know what I'm saying, with this 40-pound test and 80, 100-pound leader, but they was breaking it. They sure were.
That's it.
But a lot of fish got teeth and
Right.
in the
Well,
ocean, so
I put it this way. I was glad when Spider Wire came along.
yeah, yeah,
That
that's
spider line.
yeah, that's
Oh man.
yeah, that's some
Because
good
I
stuff.
used to use the filament. I used to always use the filament. And then when that spider wire came on, Man, I
Yeah,
wouldn't use nothing else.
yeah, yeah. Spider wire is good because one thing is thinner, in diameter, but it's stronger.
But it's strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So you can
Happy.
smooth. Go
You
ahead, man.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Happy Matt asked what kind of fish. What's your favorite fish to catch?
My favorite.
He like bullhead and walleye.
Okay, I have caught walleye when I lived in Oklahoma, and we do have walleye here in North Georgia, up like Blue Ridge in that deep water. We do have
All
walleye
right.
here, but I used to catch it in Oklahoma below the bridge of the Lake Latonka. But my favorite freshwater fish to catch is probably crappie. I love some crappie, man. Some people crappie, some people crappie, and brim. I used to love catching, big bass, but I got kind of bored of, once you get to be a pretty decent bass fisherman and you don't
Right.
call a bunch of whoppers after a while, and then you even eat them, they get so big, you can
Right.
eat them. Yeah, so give me some crappie,
Now,
uh, give me some brim, some shell crackers, some bluegill like that, the big boys. Yeah,
now he said a favorite fish. Now, no matter what, I like when just catching fish. I love to catch the bass straight off the bat. I
yeah,
love to catch the bass.
yeah.
But now when it comes to eating, I get a small bass, about a 12
Yeah, right
inch.
at 12, legal limit. Yeah, they good
I
at
eat that
12.
12, and
Yeah,
then I get my perch, my brim,
yeah,
catfish,
yeah.
and when I go to the salt water, I like that sheep head and what is it? Whiting. That's
Whiting.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
my wife,
Uh,
she loved me to catch that whiting.
that man, when I go out to that deep water, like I used to go into Destin, or I do a lot of charter fishing, and
Mhm.
I love catching them snappers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and snappers are good eating fish. One of the best eating fish that I've caught in the ocean is a triggerfish.
uh-huh.
That's a good eating fish, man. That fish tastes so good, bro, because it's a crab eater.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's got teeth on it, look like sheep head, look like human teeth,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they're
that sheep
crab.
head got me.
Yeah, they got them teeth like that, but it's a crab eater, and that's a sweet taste. And the skin on the fish is like sandpaper. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. So I always get them to. I tried to bring one home and fillet, but I let them do it because they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I done that a few times.
Mm.
I brought a stingray home one time,
Ooh.
but I stopped at my buddy. I said, "You want this stingray?" Nah, I don't want it. I don't want it. But then these other fellas I know, shoot, give me that stingray. They
Yeah.
cut the tail off, and they start cutting the wings off and all that. And I'm
Uh,
looking, you gonna eat that rat? Man, they did that thing up. I almost ate me some, but they did it up good. They did it up good. Unique preparing. How you doing, bro? GT
sure.
Junior, how you doing? But
GT, what's up, boy?
man, let me ask you this question: how many poles you got?
Whew. You know what's so crazy, man? I don't know, but I've given away so many poles. Um, every time my little nieces and nephews come up here, little
Uh-huh.
cousins, I'm always giving out poles, man. I'm giving out poles. I would say right now I probably got probably 15 now. And that's
I,
like splitting between deep sea poles, freshwater poles, catfish poles. You know what I'm saying? I got something for
Mhm.
crappie poles. I got the telescoping ones that go out to 12, 13 feet.
Yeah, I got a 20-foot pole. That bamboo pole, you gotta screw it to take it loose.
Yeah.
That fella 20 some feet, and I just go out there to catch brim with. I enjoy that fella.
Oh yeah, that sounds like something grandma used to use. Definitely.
Yeah, but but it's way better than that cane pole they had. This
Yeah,
is one
yeah,
of the
yeah. It's
modernized
better.
cane
Yeah.
poles.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I had
Yeah,
those, and I use those long poles like that for crappie fishing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, you could reach way out there, especially when you're on the boat. And I was just telling Miss Shirley last night. I was like, man, I bought a boat back in 2019, I think on a Saturday. I took the boat up to Hartwell because I go up there every week for the week ago. I used to before the pandemic for the
Mhm.
week of Good Friday, and man, there'd be so many folks up there. And then we have one of the biggest fish fries, country, wildlife cooking,
That's it.
all that good stuff you ever want to see in your life. But I took my boat up there in 2019. I fished that year. And then the next year the pandemic hit. Man, my boat's still up there.
Yeah, I used to go rent boats from Fort Stewart.
Yeah.
I go out there and rent the boat, and one Sunday I got it for Saturday, so you could bring it back noon Sunday,
Yeah.
and I told my uncle, I said, hey, I won't be there today. I won't be in church. I got to take this boat back and everything. Next thing he said, let me see the boat. He said, let's go in the water. Now I'm looking at him. This boat got to be back at 12 o'clock. We out there in the ocean riding around on the boat. And then when we get back home, my grandmother chew us out. Where y'all been at? I said, so he wanted me to take him and his son out on the water. Y'all know good and well y'all ain't had no business being there. Y'all supposed to be right here in the house of the Lord. And
Uh-huh. Yeah, you
I'm
can't.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Granted, them ain't gonna let you skip church.
That's it.
Yeah, you better call Coffin and I don't know if I'm gonna make
Hey,
it today. You trying to
hey,
go
hey,
fishing.
I couldn't do all that. I was living right there in her house. I was a
Oh, okay, yeah,
citizen.
it's over with. It's over with. You live in Granite. It's
That's
over
it.
with. But
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
man, that's my new boat, man. I only took it out once. Now it's not a brand new
Man.
boat. It's I think it's a 16 footer. I got a 50 horsepower. I don't know what's on there. It's a Johnson. I forgot what engine it's on there. But I got Bubba still in the yard. Now Bubba, I don't caught so many fish out of Bubba. Oh my
Mm,
God, I love Bubba. Now Bubba, I usually just troll with Bubba. You know what I'm saying? I got some trolling motors and stuff on Bubba. But
right.
I do have a little small 6 horsepower little outboard for Bubba, but I almost never use it. I've only used it a couple of times. But I think that's a 15 and a half footer. But Bubba, boy, she don't put some fish in the she don't put some fish in the boat, bro. My kids, I love to put them on that boat too because it has a double hull
Uh-huh.
and you can walk around on the boat and it doesn't shake. You know what I mean? It doesn't go flimsy back and forth. It doesn't do that.
Right.
So I used to have my kids on it and we be on the lake and we be out there tearing it up. My daughter used to be tearing my son up, but she out fishing because he don't want to listen. He want to try to cast and all this and that
Uh-huh.
and sitting there tearing them up. The cane pole. Yeah.
And I got a he's gone now, but this fella could go to a mud hole. It could be a 2-inch mud hole on the ground, and he'll come out with some fish.
I know an old man named Mr. John. Yeah, I'm talking about that man can fish, bro. I mean, my daddy was a fisherman like that. My father, that's how I got into fishing. Fishing probably, man. My father got me into fishing, taking me fishing. I loved it. And my mom, every little piece of water I saw, I'm trying to pull over. You know what I'm saying? And so I think fishing kept me out of a lot of trouble growing up in Atlanta, on the west side of Atlanta, man. I used
Yeah.
to, when people they was going to go do whatever they was going to do, I was trying to find some water, bro. I was trying to find me some water, try to catch me some fish because I just really loved it like that. I think, that one lesson that my father taught me that kept me definitely out of trouble because
Right.
I didn't want to do what the other kids was doing. I was trying to
Right.
find me some water, man.
Right. And these grand boys. Now the oldest, the one that's here, he know what fishing is. He got his own rod, but the other boys,
Mm.
I'm gonna have to get them out to do some fishing.
Yeah. I used to take all the little kids out. My partner kid, mine. I might have about 8, 9 children with me. And
Right.
I'll take them and, where I know the little fish, little brimers bite. And I love to, hook the fish. They don't, and I'll hand them, hold this pole for me. And they hold the pole. It's one on there. And, they get all
That's it.
excited. I'm
That's
like, is
it.
one on there really, man? You know,
They don't be trying to reel them in. They be trying to run with the
run
pole.
with it. And what's funny is when they reel it all the way up to the daggone, the fish all the way up to the tip of the pole.
Uh-huh. Hold. Regenerative Wayne, how you doing, bro? Tori's, what up, Tori Brain? Indiana Jackson, good to see you. Eco Neighbor, what's up? Mary Grow with me, how you doing? Shawnee, 2003, how you doing? Salon Diva, how you doing?
Yeah, I see what he's saying about. Yeah, it does feel like that when you go deep sea fishing. It depends on the type of fish. Like some fish, it'll feel like, you might feel like a little tap tap, little tap. You know what I'm saying? They could be a big fish, but with a fish like a grouper, and I don't caught a lot of grouper, gag groupers, strawberry groupers, red groupers. I don't call all kind of scamps.
Mm-hmm.
And when a grouper hit, it's totally different than when a snapper hit, any of that kind of stuff. Because soon as a grouper hits your pole, it bends over like you think
Uh,
you're stuck on the bottom. That kind of way.
no, no, it's trying to pull you in.
Yeah, that's what it feel like. You won't get that little tap 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 tap. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You get a whoop and your pole bend, and you trying to hold on for dear life, man. Yeah, those groupers, man. And
Yeah.
I kind of got out of going deep sea. Now I do a lot of inshore. Like when I
Right.
go, it's a captain that we go to. He's down here in Panama City. But Destin is my spot. I love going out of Destin. But I got a little captain I go to in Panama City for some inshore fishing,
Mm-hmm.
and he's great, man. We've got out there and got on those king mackerels and the mangroves, man. We don't warm out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't got older now, man. Going out way out and fighting them big old fish and all
Hey,
that. Yeah, it's and I've done it for so long, man. It put a wear and tear on you, man. I like inshore fishing a lot more now.
right. It's easy on the body.
Yeah,
It's
man.
easy on the body. Was that 98? My wife, for my birthday, she got a fishing trip for me and three of my other buddies and my son. She said, "This is your birthday present," and I was just curious. She said, "It's a fishing trip." I said, "Okay, okay." I went out there and I enjoyed every bit of it.
Man, you got to love it, man.
Oh
You
yeah,
got to love it. I've taken so many guys, man, that I've grown up with, people I know, um, deep sea fishing, because a lot of them had never even fished. You know what I mean? But I was
right.
doing so much, and they was enjoying the fish because I was sharing, I was wearing the fish out, man. I used to have a big fish fry at the end of the summer every year with fish I don't caught all year. So I had so much fish it'd be crazy. I'd be giving away fish at the end of it because we couldn't fry it all. We have two. I have two fryers going. So
Right.
yeah, man, should do that. And a lot of them gone down there with us and got hooked. You know what I'm saying? They don't got hooked. My best friend don't got hooked. Now he'll book
That's
his
it.
own trip. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
he don't
it.
got hooked. Yeah.
And Deanna said, y'all make me want some Snapple." Hey.
Me too. Yeah.
Sound
I
good,
love
bro.
it. I love fried whole snapper. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah, I like,
In the
don't
season, back in the season, I could bring up two halibut. We was in deep water. I think we got to wildlife for what's happened. I'm not sure what the last part is, GT, but yeah,
there's some big fish, bro.
yeah.
Yeah. It take
And,
grown man to get one of them up.
now I think the last big thing I got was a shark,
I've caught
and
those.
after that I stopped going all the way out there. I don't.
Yeah.
I'll stay inland. I'm not going out. Now
I
I catch a sand shark. That ain't no problem. But I ain't catching no big shark no more.
I caught well, I hooked a big shark one time I was in Panama, hooked a huge shark, man, and it was fighting so hard and I just knew it was a snapper. You know what I mean? Or a
Yeah.
grouper or something. I'm fighting and fighting, I'm fighting, man. And I'm like, yeah, man, I can't wait. And then the mate was looking down. He was like, wait a minute, it's swimming in a circle. He said,
Uh huh.
man, he's like, oh man, I think that's a shark. I said, bruh, please, this can't be no shark. My back hurt. You know what I mean? And we get it up, and it's a shark. But
That's it.
I used to go out of Charleston too. I used to go out of Charleston, and there they let you keep two sharks. So I was getting ready to get on the boat. This lady, they was getting off the boat, and I seen this lady. She had sharks. So I was like, "What you gonna do with those?" She was like, "I'm gonna eat them." I'm like, "Eat them?" You know what I mean? Like, I tasted Mako. I don't know if it was Mako. I think it might have been Mako. I tasted shark before, but you know, I had never cooked one myself. And I was like, "How do you cook it?" And she told me, you know, how does she do it on the grill and this and that and blah blah blah.
She
And I
had them
don't
shark
know.
steaks. She had them shark steaks.
Man, I kept two. I caught two sharks. I kept two. I got one fillet. I didn't realize the meat was just pretty white meat. You know what I mean? I'm
Mhm.
thinking it's gonna be pretty white meat. I got one steak and I got one fillet. Yeah, we tore into them sharks, so they're pretty. They're really good.
Yes, yes, they are.
Yeah, but
Uh, Let me see. Wellness with Frugal Mama, how you doing? A resilient dad, what's up, bro?
what's going on? Case of 55, Eco Neighbor. What's happening? My cart runneth over.
How you
Somebody
doing,
said
my cart?
somebody's that look like a what flag is that? Almost look like a German flag.
Where?
Uh, Emil Das Salo. I can't even pronounce. I can't even say the name. I can't even say the name. You'll see it. I can't say the name.
You at the
Love going
bottom?
fishing in the Gulf and Belize. Um, I did a deep sea trip in the Dominican Republic. One of my best partners, his bachelor party. We flew to the Dominican Republic for his bachelor party, and for his, you know, I was the best man, and for my gift to him was I chartered a trip um, deep sea fishing, and man, that water was so
Peter.
choppy. Man, that water was choppy. He got sick. The other guy that was with us, he got sick. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, but we caught a few, and we brought them. We caught a few mahi mahi, you know, the dolphin fish. And
Oh yeah.
we came in, and they cleaned the fish and prepared the fish. They did all that right on the beach, man. Prepared the fish, you know, I think two different ways. Man, we was tearing that fish up. But that
Hey.
water is choppy, man. It's like when I go fishing in the Atlantic, like when I go out of Tybee Island, out of
Oh
Savannah,
man. Yeah.
or I go out of Charleston, that water on that Atlantic side is, man, that water's choppy, man. I get it's some good fish in there. I don't caught some big fish on that side, but I
Hey,
prefer the Gulf.
that water said you're gonna work for what you get.
You gonna work for what you get. I prefer the Gulf, man. Give me the Gulf every day, twice on Sunday. I mean, the water could get rough in the Gulf too, but it's always rough every time I don't went out in the Atlantic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
rough. Yeah.
Eagle said red snapper and yellowtail grouper. Now that's that red tail snapper. I can tell you about that one. The grouper, I ain't mess with that fella. That's
I
too much for
love
me.
grouper, man. Grouper is really good.
That's too
Grouper's
much of a
good.
fight.
Snapper's good. Yellowtail, all of it good. I ain't found too many fish that I don't particularly like. Now I caught all those daggone kingfish, and I didn't really care for them like that. It's a darker meat, and it's to me it's best for baking,
Right.
smoking, or grilling. You know what I mean? It's not to me. It's not a frying type fish. Now, I'm from Georgia, man. We want to put some cornmeal on that guy.
Hey. Now I think the only bad fish that I ever ate was a catfish, and we got it out of a muddy pond.
Oh yeah, the
Now,
mud cat. Was it
yeah, that's ooh,
was it green looking,
and I tell you, it was nasty
yellow?
and tastes like mud when you after you don't cook it and put all that time in it.
Yeah,
Even though you put them spices on it, it
yeah,
still tastes
yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah,
muddy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like a good channel cat, man.
Yes.
Give me an old channel cat. I'm good to go. That's some
Right.
good eating right there, boy. I had a lake I used to fish. Boy, we made my sons. We should go over to that lake and wear them out and catch
Yeah.
some big old catfish.
Hey,
Yeah.
Virginia Wayne said, I love going to the Gulf And Belize at BZ, excuse me, at BZ love red snapper grouper. J3 hands in the dirt. Them big groupers will wedge themselves in the rocks, and you got to go in and spear fish. No, I ain't doing. I ain't
No,
going in
no.
all that stuff to do no spear fishing, then, bro.
I ain't jumping in the water, but I know what he's
Hey,
saying. Because a
yeah, I
lot
know
of
what
times,
it
that's why groupers are hard to get up. They'll come out their little hole, grab the bait, and
and
pull
run
back
back.
in their hole. And boy, it takes some doing to get one of them up. But I'm caught plenty of them.
You better have a back massage and everything else on your
Yeah,
back while pulling the
yeah,
fella out.
them groupers. And the prettiest grouper I've ever caught is that strawberry grouper. That's a beautiful fish, man. Beautiful fish. It's like white with the red spots, or the
Okay, yeah, the
red with
rig.
the white spots, or whatever which way it is. But
I didn't know
yeah,
that was strawberry.
yeah, they call it strawberry grouper. Uh, and then I've caught red grouper too. Gag grouper. That's like the normal ones you normally see
Huh.
in the grocery stores and stuff like that.
But
Yeah,
shit, I done caught so many fish in the ocean, and some of them I didn't even know what they was.
I was in Charleston, man, and I was reeling this fish up, and I was trying to figure out, like, man, what in the heck?
Nancy B, how you doing?
I was trying to figure out what it was, J3. I'm like, what is this? It was so ugly and nasty looking. And the mate saw, he was like, hey. He was like, don't put that on the boat. Don't bring that on the boat. I'm like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, man, that thing looked nasty, man. It had this weird looking stuff come out the face. He cut my line.
You walked away from the phone.
What's that now?
I said you had walked away from the phone. You were dying out, walking
Oh,
away.
no, that was my finger. I got a bad habit of putting my finger over the daggone. You know what I'm saying?
What is it called? Rockfish or something?
It
It's an
was a
ugly looking
toad
fish.
fish. It was a.
It's an ugly looking fish,
It's
and
ugly, man.
it got teeth go all the way around his whole head.
Man, that
That's-
thing was so nasty looking, man. I was like, ugh, this looked like a catfish that don't
yeah,
cross with a. I don't know what that was, man. That thing was
with some
nasty.
kind of disease and bumpy
Yeah,
and
like he
all
got leprosy or something.
that. Man, many times I done lost a good lure and everything. I was in Brunswick fishing from the bridge, and I catch that mess. Man, I just cut my line.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
that mess ain't coming up here.
yeah.
Shoot.
I never fished out of Bremer. I fished out of Jekyll Island. I fished out of St. Simon Island. When I was stationed at
Yeah,
Fort Stewart.
right there in Brunswick, when you go over that bridge to go to St. Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to pay. I think they stopped paying to go over now. I think you just go over it. The bridge going over to St. Simon.
Yeah.
You used to pay to go over it, but I think they stopped that. You can just drive over now.
Okay, I can't remember.
That's why I used to fish right there on that bridge.
I used to crab down there too.
Yep.
I used to crab down. I take my baskets with me and crab down there, man. Some good
Man,
old days.
I had 6 baskets. I had them sitting at my house in the country, and me and the wife, we moved to where I'm at now, and I just left all my stuff there. Whenever I go down to the old house, I get my stuff and go crabbing and all that. I went down there one day, all my stuff gone. I said, "What's going on around here?" Find out my cousin, he lives in Albany, Georgia. He
Yeah.
done come just picked up all my stuff and took it. He thought I abandoned it.
Oh, okay. Well, abandon me some money then.
And you know I go fishing all the time. How I'm gonna abandon something and you know I go fishing all the time?
Yeah. Abandon.
GT,
What's up,
what's
GT
up?
Junior? What's going on? What's going on, GT?
Hey, Hans, look at him. He driving with all that sunlight out there and it's pitch black here.
Man, that place retarded, man. Here in Alaska, you got daylight one part of the year, almost 24 hours. Then you got darkness another time. You don't know what to do, bro.
Make somebody want to stay in the house 24/7.
It was weird for me, like when I was stationed in Germany, it's like 9:30, 10:30 at night, and it's still daylight.
Yeah.
It used to be weird.
Now,
Like, what the hell is this?
the only thing made me upset about Germany was going through 4 seasons in one day.
I've done that.
Man, a lot
I've
of people
done that.
get sick, and it's a pain in the neck.
I've done that. And Grafenveer,
Yes,
we got out the Graf. You know, Grafenveer got his own a microclimate. I don't know what's going on.
got its own world.
Man, we got out there. It might have been, I think, April, and it was warm. So they were like, they let us unblouse. Like they let us break down the
Planter's
t-shirts.
Garden, how you doing, bro?
They let us break down the t-shirts. We setting up nets, and we getting everything set up. It's like, man, it's warm. You know, got in my tent, went to sleep. The next morning we woke up, we were covered up with snow.
That's it. That's it.
The next morning, yeah. It snowed in August in Grafenveer. We was in Grafenveer August in the snow.
I hate it. You can go through 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah.
Man.
That was my first tour. My first tour, I was on the west side of Germany. My second tour, I was on the east side. I like both sides, but I really enjoyed the east side, man.
Germany, period, didn't get better for me until I got some Herman Survivors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, you said a mouthful.
That's it.
The Army issue boots?
No.
When I first got to Germany, I went out. I was stationed in Baumholder, so you already know we're in the mountains, how cold it is up there.
Hey.
Then you're trying to breathe that thin air. And so I go outside, my feet were frozen. I'm walking on my heels. My toes are cold so bad. But then, like the older soldiers, they was like, look here, man, you got to get you some Herman Survivors, man. You ain't going to make it. They took me, you had to order them back then. They took me, down to the place where I ordered me some, and they was high. You know what I'm saying? Especially on my little private check. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I ordered them though.
Hey, I did 3 tours at Kirschcones. And man, on top of that rock, it got cold.
That's what they call Baumholder, the rock.
This is the original rock.
They call Baumholder the rock. I remember before I went there, people were like, well, if you go to Germany, man, you don't want to go to this place. You don't want to go. They was like, you didn't want to go to Wild Chicken, Wild Flicking. They call it Wild Chicken.
Yeah.
They're like, you don't want to go to Wild Flicking. You don't want to get stationed in Hornsfeld. You don't want to get stationed in Baumholder. They call that the rock. I was like, really? They're like, yeah, man, that's terrible, man. You don't want to go there. So when I got to Frankfurt and they sent me to BK, back Kreuznach, trying to see where I was going to go. And then I looked at my paperwork and it said Baumholder. I said, hey, that's what them folks say I don't need to go. I knew I was in trouble, J3. My ears was popping as we was going to the post. My ears was popping. I knew my head was hurt.
All right, go ahead, GT. Oh, he done dropped down.
Yeah, Alaska.
He'll come back.
They don't allow him so much Wi-Fi in Alaska. Everything's high.
Hey, I tell you what, man. I worked in Kirschcones, but I lived in Bootsbach.
Where that is?
Huh?
What side of Germany that's on?
Let me see.
Kirschcones.
When you came in, do you remember? Where in the world is? What is it?
What is near? What is it near? Is it near Frankfurt?
No. We're about 2.5 hours from Frankfurt. I think we were. Let me see. What you know where Freiburg at?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 45 minutes from Freiburg going towards Gießen.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We're in between Freiburg and Gießen.
Okay.
And, that was Bootsbach is where the when you come to Germany, that's where you go and you process in and learn. They send you to school, learn German and all that stuff. But,
okay.
From there, I went to Kirschcones, and I lived in the housing area was in Bootsbach, and man, those were some cold rides I used to take from Bootsbach to Kirschcones. I said, man, don't let your heat go out in the vehicle.
So you were in was that 7 Corps?
Yes.
Okay, so right. 7 Corps. So I was in 5th Corps, and when we processed, then we went to BK back cruise now. That's why
Right.
I'm like, because I went to 7th Corps my second tour.
Okay.
I was in 7th Corps my second tour. Okay, that makes sense now. I'm like, okay,
Right.
yeah,
But man, Germany is a whole another world by itself.
yeah, I love Germany, man.
But now, out of all the places I've been, the only language that I still speak and I pretty much can understand a little bit is my Korean language. That's it.
Korea. Now,
Korean.
I was
Yeah.
stationed on the DMZ. Like anywhere listen, man, anywhere that I went, they sent me to the worst place. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying? I don't know why, but anywhere I went, I got stationed and like, okay, we need you here, you know. But I was stationed on the DMZ up at Camp Pella.
mhm. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Right next to Liberty Bridge.
that's it.
Um, but I did like Korea now. Uh, to stay there, no. But I got to tell you, I did get spoiled in Korea.
I
Man,
know you did.
I got spoiled in Korea,
I
man.
know you did.
So my roommate was like, "Yeah, man. We come out the field. You know how muddy it is and all that." He was like, "Hey, you ain't got to worry about cleaning your boots or washing your uniform, nothing like that." He was like, "Odyssey, never do it."
That's it.
I said, "Odyssey will do it." He said, "Yeah, man. You only pay him such a month. It was cheap. It was like 15, something like that." And we came back. You just leave your muddy boots outside your door. You put all your dirty clothes in your laundry bag, and you leave it
They, they,
outside the door.
they get it all.
And they get it. And then, once you got in the rotation, they bring you back a clean set. You know what I'm saying? And they took the
That's it.
dirty set.
That's it.
I got spoiled. Man, I was like, man, I ain't got to wash no boots. I ain't got to iron no uniform. I ain't got to do nothing.
I think I gave Odyssey $2, and that was it for the whole week. They did it
Man.
all.
Yeah, that was, man, I had a good time. And then the first time I went and got a haircut, my roommate like, yeah, man, you been got your haircut? Yeah, I was like, no. I'm like, what's? Oh yeah. Come on, man, we'll get a haircut. I said, okay. I'm trying to figure out what's the big deal about getting a haircut. Man, I sat in that chair, man. Them folk went to massage my neck, my
Massage,
arm,
man.
my back, pop my fingers. Somebody was in Wiesbaden, 502 Trans, Jamaica.
Okay,
Okay.
Wiesbaden.
Yeah, I used to be all up in Wiesbaden.
Yeah.
I love Wiesbaden.
Jamaica.
Yeah, I love me some Wiesbaden. That's one of my little hangout spots. Yeah, that was one of my little hangout spots.
But yeah, first time I went to the barber shop too to get it, and she started massaging, and for a minute I thought it was one of them places where you go and you get a bath and everything all at the same time. But I didn't see that area. I didn't see that area. But next thing I know, she cut my hair, then she started massaging my neck, my shoulders, and popping fingers, and then start hitting my knees, and I said, shit.
Right.
I gave her $5.
Man, listen, bro. Listen, man. Them was the best, bro.
I'm telling you.
Oh, man, you go sit in the chair, man, and get your shoulder massage, your arm, all the way to your fingers. They popping fingers, and man, by the time you get out that chair, man, I'm like, I don't even need another haircut. Give me a shape up. I already got a haircut. I need to sit in the chair a little longer.
Hey, I know.
You couldn't beat it, man. Like it was like a good hair. They know how to cut hair. You got a good haircut, and then you got a massage too at the same time.
I only went to the bathhouse one time because that's all it took. I never went back.
I've never been to a bathhouse. I've never been to one.
If you're a married man, you don't need to go.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to go if you're married. I was single. But after that one time, I said, I ain't coming back because they make you get all your money away.
Oh, okay. That sounds like the red light district.
The bath was only $5.
Oh man, you can't.
It's only $5, but with the service, you want to give them $200.
Yeah. You winning.
Shit, man.
Yeah, you winning.
I had to stop going now. One time was all it took for me.
You said the houseboys did your best. Also, yeah, man.
Yeah,
I got spoiled. And then me and my roommate, man, me and Sergeant Griffin, man, we had our room laid out, man. We had a full-size refrigerator in our We had a full size refrigerator. We had
Miss Harry Claire, 38. Welcome in.
we ain't even supposed to have the stuff that you could cook with the hot plates, and we had dishes. My roommate,
Hey. Sometimes you got to learn to keep your mouth closed.
yeah,
And
man.
I did not do that.
And the first time them food us, and then when we knew they was coming, you know what I'm saying, we had all stuff put away. But oh yeah, our refrigerator, man. You ever thought we was at home, and the way we used to be cooking in there. Yeah.
Well, see, you had refrigerators and stuff. You went later. I was earlier. We had coolers.
Yeah, I went in 89, 90.
And see that they didn't advance a whole bunch since then.
Yeah, because my teacher told me he had been there in the early 80s, and when he came back in 89, like everything had changed so much from the time that he had left. And his wife was Korean. He was like, yeah, man, all these cars. He's like, no, I want all these cars. People want to drive cars like this. He's like, no. I was like, really? Yeah. Probably this ain't the way they drive. God almighty. He said my finger in the way. That what she said.
Yeah. the first time I went to Fort Stewart and I put in for leave and everything, and I told the first son I want 30 days. And he looked at me, he signed everything, talked to the CO, and someone was telling me don't go in the Central Station. Don't go in the center. But I just went up in there anyway. And first sergeant said, yeah, your leave been signed. Where you going again? And he pulled up my leave paper and he looked at it and he said, H no. I said, huh? I said, first sergeant. He said, H no. I said, why I can't go? He said, no. If you go to Korea, I'm gonna tell you exactly what you're gonna do. You going to Korea and you're going to sign back in, and we got to ship all your stuff back over there. Boy, I wanted to get in tears, but I was saying, you sure right.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I had my own little tailor. I had two tailors. That's why I got a lot of my suits made. And all I would do, man, is they had the GQ magazines and all these magazines out, and I pick out a cut that I like, and then I pick out the fabric.
That's it.
Odyssey had my measurements, and they make my suit for me.
And the thing to it is, Odyssey, they differ from these American tailors. He'll look at you first. He'll take one measurement, go to a big old piece of paper, and he'll start writing the measurements, make drawing. He said, I see you next week. You come back next week, he had 2 or 3 suits.
Don't got them made up.
And then you go ahead and get him $200 for something that costs you about $800.
Yeah. I was getting clean suits made, bro. Like, okay, this is what GQ says is high. Okay, I kind of like that cut. Yeah, Odyssey, I want this right here and this material right here. You pick out material. You pick out material. Like, man, don't be trying to give me no cheap material. I want the good stuff.
Shoot, hey, I liked Odyssey worked so good.
Yeah.
I started talking to the girl in the shop.
Right.
Found out it was his daughter.
Right.
And she said, I'll meet you in Tokari at 3:00.
Yeah.
And I was just walking out the gate and somebody called me for something. And I took a minute too long. Next thing I know, I saw a cab going by. She got right back in the cab, went home. She said, I'll meet you at 3:00.
She meant 3:00 on the dot.
I was supposed to be in there at 3:00 on the dot.
Yeah, I understand.
I went back, then I talked. She said, you was not there. You was not there.
Right.
But after that, we got along good. After that.
Yeah.
I had to learn her.
Right. I really like career, man. Now, what I did was I planned my leave around the time they get ready to do the rice paddies.
Mm-hmm.
And I caught the first whip of it now. I didn't get past all of it. Like in the spring,
Mhm.
Whoo, boy, boy, when they go to putting that, woo, Lord, they go to
Yeah.
putting that poop on them rice fields. You talking about something that, boy. So I put my vacation in around that time. I'm gone for 30 days. But that was the first place that I have gone to that I have ever ran into a monsoon season. You know what I'm saying? Like when monsoon season came in, I had heard people talking about, oh yeah, monsoon. I wasn't thinking like when that rain came, man, I was like, oh my
You know what season it was then?
God.
We had a big old trench in the middle of the our company. It was we had to jump in every night and clean it out. But when monsoon season hit, it looked like a lake in that fella. This thing was about 10 feet wide and 10 feet deep.
Yeah.
And when monsoon season come, all that rain come from the hills, and that whole thing get filled up. Somebody can drown in that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. They had something called turtle ditches.
That's
Um,
that's that's the name of it, Turtle Ditch.
They had turtle ditches all around, post cement ditches going all around, all everywhere.
Yes.
And you needed it, man, because them turtle ditches would be full. I'm talking about water overflowing them. And I was sitting there watching some Korean news one time, and these dudes, they're in their suits, going to work, walking through this water waist deep. Why would you wear your suit with the briefcase over their heads going to work?
Uh-huh.
I said, man, these people crazy.
Hey, hey, Korea's where I almost lost my head at.
Yeah.
Now I know that the pellets every third rotation that blade dipped, and
Yeah.
I was in a rice field. I had the M60. I had an extra large rucksack. I had 2 cans of 60 rounds in it, plus my
Mm.
regular gear. And I stepped in that rice field and I could not get up. And I said, I'm not sitting down in this rice field to go over this hump.
Mm.
Man, I got on the edge and I jumped. CEO got on me, Platoon Sign got on me, some of everybody got on me. Man, when they finished, I didn't have no butt. All I have
I
the,
like my
the CEO even threatened me with Article 15.
yeah. That's the
I
only
said,
place I
man,
ever got through with ARC 15 was in Korea.
man, I know I wasn't supposed to do it, but I couldn't get up. This stuff is so heavy I got on. And he said,
Yeah,
you weren't supposed to have it. I said, I'm a 60 gunner. And
yeah.
that's the only thing that got me over because I started talking loud, telling them I'm a 60 gunner.
Yeah, you gotta
Uh,
have it.
Other than that, man, shoot. They told me a new behind because I jumped up just to go down.
Right.
And that blade just missed you. Man, whew.
Wow. Wow.
I said, I know I wasn't supposed to. I know I wasn't supposed to. They made me want to cry. They were dogging me out, but
Yeah.
I hung in there. I hung in there.
Yeah. Man, I got man. The first time I've ever been threatened with an Article 15 was in Korea. I knocked the Katusa out.
Oh man.
Um, yeah, I had just got to the unit, and as soon as I get to the unit, we getting off the I think we might have been on a truck or I don't forgot what how we got they got us up there, but we getting and the S1 comes out. The S1, the admin sergeant come out and he was like, "Hey guys, blah blah blah," getting our paperwork and all that. Sergeant Major come out. Sergeant Major by now he Creole. You can't understand nothing he's saying. You know what I'm saying? And the first thing this man do, bro, is he started cussing us out. I had never had that kind of treatment, you know what I'm saying? Besides basic training, you know what I mean? So I'm like, what's wrong with this dude, man? He's like, listen, y'all MFers, put y'all TA 50 together. Y'all MFers is finna go to the field. We like, sorry, go to the field. We ain't even got a room. Hunger. I love Sergeant Major Bynum, man. I love him to death. Once you got to know him, I love him to death. One of the best
Right.
Sergeant Majors I have ever had. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
give you that wisdom. Hey man, Sergeant Major.
Hey.
He made us put our TA 50 together, man. We went to the field. I met my section in the field. So when we get back from the field, you know, people going in the barracks, taking their stuff in the barracks. So I saw this Katusa, and he had his hat balled up on his head. Now they balled the hat up like a Marine. And you know, I was a strickler for my uniform. Now my uniform stayed dapper. Do you hear me? You know, my uniform stayed dapper. And I said, "Hey, Corporal," because they explained the rank and stuff to me. And I said, "Hey, man, that's not the proper way to wear your headgear." I said, you know, and I showed him how to, you know, showed him mine, and he took it off, and we fixed it, and you know. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's the way you wear it, because, you know, like, you're going to wear our uniform, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're a foreign national, but you in our uniform, you got to wear it, you know what I'm saying, with pride the way we wear it.
That's it.
And so we going back in, you know, people taking their stuff in and out, and I'm trying to get my room, and I'm going, and I come back outside, and this fool done balled his hat back up. He done balled his hat back up. I said, hey, man. Then we just go over this about the right, you know, the proper way to wear your headgear. Looking at me like you don't understand English. I know he understood English. I said, then we just go over this, man. Like, hey, no, this is not the proper way to wear it. So this time, I took the hat off his head, I fixed it, and I put it back on. And then, buddy, I guess he's finna get into a taekwondo stand. He went there, you motherfucker GI. He started cussing me. You motherfucker GI, you. He trying to get into I took taekwondo. I mean, I took martial arts for like 4 years. I already knew what was finna happen. So before I let him set up, you know what I'm saying, and get into his stance while he was cursing me, yeah, I brought old right cross with me. I brought that thing, you know what I'm saying, down through Savannah, came up through Cordell, went up 75, went through Gainesville, you know what I'm saying? I brought the old right hand with me. And I caught that joke in the jaw, pow! Dropped it, put him to sleep.
He wasn't no good after that.
Yeah, I stepped over him, and I seen an officer across the street. He saw what happened. He just put his head down, put his hand over his eyes, put his head down, and walked away like he ain't seen nothing. So, you know, I didn't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Because where I was stationed at in Germany, man, we used to fight all time. Bro, we used to fight all the time. It was never no big deal. You know what I mean? So I didn't think nothing of it.
But that Catoosa first sergeant came out there, right?
No, it was a Catoosa sergeant. But what happened was, he ran a report. I guess people were seeing him stretched out on the ground, and he told what happened. He didn't tell the whole truth. So it's like 4:30 in the morning. Somebody beating on my door. I'm like, who this? They're like, first sergeant want to see you. I said, okay, cool beans. You know, like that. I think I might have spoke to him. I'm a new sergeant here. You know, I think he want to talk to me. I go downstairs, man. I go in his office. It's about 4 or 5 people in the office. I see the Catoosa that I knocked out. I see Sergeant Song, who was a Catoosa sergeant. I see the Catoosa liaison. He was some kind of officer. I walk in there. First sergeant locked my heels and started reading me my rights, bro. He started reading, you got the right to remain silent. I'm talking about like in the streets.
I know.
Anything you say. I was like, man, what's going on? So he was like, yeah, you know, you assaulted this Catoosa, blah, blah, blah. You hit him. I say, listen, man. So I went to explaining what happened. You know what I mean? I was defending myself. I told him the whole thing about the hat. That a second time, like he went to screaming, cursing me, like he's trying to get into a fighting stance. So I wasn't finna let him get into no stance. I knocked his ass out. I went on, put my hands on him. You know what I mean? And so the first sergeant, he was like, you know, trying to give me an Article 15. But once the Catoosas, his leadership found out about what happened, they wasn't happy with it because he lied. You see what I'm saying? But my first sergeant Powell, he was supposed to be some kin of General. That's what he said, but he was too much of a sucker to be some kin of General Powell. Ain't no way. I met General Powell when he was a 2-star. He used to be my division commander. I ain't no way he's some kin to this sucker right here. He tried to give me an Article 15, man. I had never had an Article 15. I said, bro, you tripping. So I'm like, I'm not signing no Article 15, man. I told him, you can court-martial me, send me home, bro. He was like, Sergeant Brooks, you want to take a court-martial of something small like this, man? Just take ain't nothing but a little Article 15. I said, man, I'm not taking no Article 15, man. Court-martial me. You court-martialed me for defending myself. You out your mind. And so I had a friend. She was down in Camp Casey, and her boss was the division commander. And she was like, she told me what happened. Like, you gotta know some folks, you know what I'm saying? She told her what happened, blah, blah, blah. I get down there, and I'm going to talk to him. And she's like, well, just go ahead and sit in his office. I'm in his office. I'm like, those live good, boy. I'm sitting in the office. I'm chilling. He came in. He was like, Sergeant Brooks, I heard a lot about you. Blah, 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 blah. We chopping it up. And he was like, well, what happened? I told him. He just fell out laughing. He said, you stationed, he started asking where I was stationed. I was telling some of the commanders I work for, whatnot. He said, oh, yeah, I know such. I know such. I said, okay. He gave me a commander's coin. He told me,
you were good then.
Yeah. He said, go back to your unit, man. Don't even worry about it.
That's it.
I went back to my unit. I had that commander's coin in my pocket. I went back to my unit, man. I ain't hear another word of it.
That's it. And I guarantee first sergeant ain't before he say something to you, he look at you.
Yeah.
He look at you before you call your name.
Man. I know a few people, man. Yeah, I met that girl on the flight over. You know what I'm saying? She's an executive wherever that general goes, she goes.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of them take their own staff wherever they go.
They take their own staff, and she goes with him, so she had been with him a long time. Sergeant Dorsey, she was from Louisiana. Looked out for you, boy.
Hey.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you though, when we had this one Catoosa, he was a young fella, and a Catoosa first sergeant jumped on him, slapped him, and everything. And somebody it was right in front of our Kwanzaa hut.
Yeah.
And somebody said, hey, our Catoosa getting beat up. Man, the whole squad came out there, and shoot, we was about to we didn't know he was the first sergeant.
Right.
But we about to jump on him, and then somebody yelled real quick, hey, that's the first sergeant right there.
Right.
We said, we don't care.
Yep, and lay hands on him.
Baptize him. Yeah, you don't hit no Catoosa in our squad.
No.
And he's talking about, hey, he a Catoosa. I have control over him. Boy, first, our platoon sergeant chewed us out, but he said, that's how you do it. You take care of your own.
Right. You got to take care of your own.
That's it.
They used to beat the brakes off the Catoosa. So the Catoosa's on the third floor. I think we had 3 floors in there. They had a Catoosa break room upstairs. And that's where they would be putting hands on the Catoosa. That's where they used to be putting hands on them up there, bro.
That's it.
They used to be putting hands on them up there. But I'm going to tell you something that happened to us one time. So one time we was out in the field, and we was on the side of this hill, right? And they had this tall, that golden looking grass. It almost looked like wheat, and it was blowing. So we were setting up, and I kept telling Sergeant JQ, I said, Sergeant JQ, I said, man, something ain't right. He said, Sergeant Brooks, what's wrong, man? I said, I got the hair standing up on the back of my neck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, something ain't right, man. I said, I feel like we're being watched. He's like, man, Sergeant Brooks, you think I'm BSing. I'm like, no, man, I got a feeling something ain't right. I can feel something, Next thing I know, all these, they were called, they were Rock Mountain Rangers.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
They pop up out these, out of this grass, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, I'm like, I never seen that uniform, but not that uniform before, and it's something to pop off. You know what I mean? I just need to know before I start, laying these hands, because I was quick to start passing out. I was quick to start passing out the medicine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to look like what's going on. So the guy come over to me. He said, I Rock Ranger. I looked at him. I said, I Sergeant Brooks. I said, I don't give a damn about you being no Rock Ranger.
Hey.
I was like, yeah, I don't care about you being no Rock Ranger. What that mean? So they were trying to say that they had put in the paperwork to, you know what I'm saying? You know, like when you go to the field, you have to put in the paperwork prior to going before you just go set up anywhere.
Right.
And so they was going back and forth. I was like, man, you need to go talk to the S3 because you're not finna get nowhere with me. I ain't listening to nothing you saying, bro. Like, you
Hey,
need to get on my damn face.
I don't speak of your language.
Yeah. He's my I Rock Ranger. Like I was supposed to have been knocking my knees. Like, bro, you know what I am. Bro, you better get your ass out my face. You want to find out what it is, what this business about.
Hey,
But yeah. Sergeant JQ said, man, he was right. I said, man, I told y'all. I was like, I could feel something that wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Like the hair on the back of my neck was standing up. I was like, man, I feel a little uneasy, man. Something ain't right. And here they pop up out the bush. They was camouflaged really good.
Yeah.
I got to give them that. They really good. They was camouflaged really, really good.
I tell you, a lot of people think I be lying and stuff. I tell them I walked through the clouds before. And you ain't walked through no clouds. Yes, I actually walked through the clouds before. In Korea, you be training and stuff, and you going up a hill, and next thing you know, it's a little fuzzy and cloudy.
Yeah.
Then you keep walking a little bit further, and everybody said, let's take a break. And then Ajima over on the other side cooking some noodles.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You know, oh, yes.
Now we all the way up here in the sky.
Right.
Over there cooking some noodles for us to come up and buy.
Man, listen, man. I got turned on like when I was growing up, we didn't eat noodles. There wasn't no like this ramen noodle stuff. That wasn't around. If it was around, we didn't eat it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so when I got to Korea, I used to see those cups in the soup in the cup type deals. Mm-hmm. But that ain't ramen, like the real ramen.
No.
And so the first time I went to the field in Korea, my roommate was telling me, he was like, yeah, Ajima gonna go out to the field with us. I'm like, what you mean Ajima going out to the field with us? How you gonna have a civilian go to the field with you? You know what I'm saying?
Ajima be there when you get there.
Man, Ajima already know where you going before you go. She already knows. She got the itinerary. And so we get to the field. Ajima got her little tent, everything set up over there. I'm like, what in the hell is this?
Yep.
And then my roommate was like, yeah, man, pick out the worst MRE, like the one that you don't want to eat. We finna go down here and trade it for some ramen and a Coke. I said, for real? Yeah. He was like, yeah. So I picked out like the worst, you know. I go down there, I get Ajima the MRE. She give me the real ramen. And this one made me start using cheese with a slice of cheese over top of the ramen.
Yes.
And that's why I put slice of cheese on my ramen, or maybe two sometimes on my ramen today, is because of Ajima.
Don't forget the egg, man. Don't forget
they crack the egg over and all that kind of stuff, man. And
man.
And I was like, oh man, we eating like this for MRE. I'm like, as cold as it is, and this hot, you know what I'm saying? These hot noodles and a Coke. I was like, bro, we winning.
Man, they take them sea rations. They take that spaghetti and boulders in a can.
Yeah.
And you eat good. You get them there and you eat good.
Jamaica said that ramen was hitting different. And I'm gonna tell you something else that was really, really good. And I know folk gonna get mad, but that Korean barbecue, I don't know what kind of chicken it is. Listen, that Korean chicken, the way they cook that chicken,
yeah,
and that's when they put it in the bowl and mix it with that red or whatever that is, bruh. That's some of the best chicken, and it's up there.
Hey, they make you think some of them was they got a lot of soul in them.
But come to find out, they learned to cook chicken from the brothers during the Korean War. That's how they learned to cook chicken.
Right. Hey, and rice. They mix up with some vegetables and a little bit of meat and all that stuff, and they top it with an egg. Rice.
Man, that's what that chicken hit different, bro. It is so good.
And I don't care what nobody said. Dog tastes good too if you cook it right.
I've never had it, but I seen Odyssey cook it. My driver.
They ain't gonna tell you it's dog though when they serve it to you. They just gonna say.
But my driver, Lopez, Special Lopez, he was like, "Hey, Sergeant Brooks," he was like, "Odyssey over there cooking a dog." I said, "Man, ain't cooking no damn dog." You know what I'm saying? Like, he said, yes, he is, man. That she cooking he cooking a dog. I said, man, ain't no dog. So I go over there. I have him drive over there. Odyssey in the kimchi squat, what we call it kimchi squat. You know how they sit back on the, they squat
heel.
down on the back of their knees. Yeah. And so, she got that Yakamandu. I love some
Yakamandu.
Oh my God, you got my stomach growl.
Jamil, I think we all been stationed together.
Yeah, she said Yakamandu. Listen. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. I used to tear that stuff up.
Big Rooster, what's up, bro?
What's up, Big Rooster? But yeah, my man was over there in the kimchi squat, man, had him on like a little rotisserie, turned them mainly turning them. And I said, shit, Kegogi. He said, Kegogi. Kegogi. I was like, hell no.
Let me ask you this, and while you've been running around there, how many dogs you actually seen on dirt on the ground?
Now I seen them with the little pet dogs. I seen those, but where I was stationed at, they had a dog farm close to us. So you know what I'm saying? They was getting them fresh, but I did see some Koreans, and that kind of threw me off because I thought they ate all dogs. But my Vietnamese friend, Walu, they eat all dogs. Walu, he was so funny, man, telling me about that stuff. He was just so funny telling me about it. He was dead serious, but it was funny the way he was talking about how they ate, in Vietnam where he was from. Yeah.
Now I tell you what. Now I've never seen a dog on the ground when I was in Korea. Tokari, Casey, anyway, I never seen a dog on the ground. If it's a dog that they like, a pet or whatever, he's always on the roof.
He's on the roof.
On the ground. If you see a dog on the ground, he getting eat.
Hey, I seen them dogs on the back of a. You would think it's a truck when you see it from the back, but it's a bicycle. You know how they be standing. Hey, bro.
Ain't too much change from when I was there and you were there, man.
Hey, man, you look from the back, you like, oh, they got that truck loaded down. You go to the front, it's a bicycle or a motorcycle.
Yep. I done seen a whole family ride bicycle, the whole family, and that's a family of 4 or more.
Yeah, they had these dogs in these little cages sitting on the back, and I wanted to open it up so bad, but they were squished in there for so long, I just knew they weren't even gonna be able to move, bro.
Man,
yeah, they had been in there too long.
What is this other little town? It's you ever been to Tokari?
No.
Okay, it's this other little town, not Tokari, Gießen. Gießen. Boothian was up, and dog, I don't forgot the name, but it's another little place in there. You can get your chicken free. You get everything free and cheap. I said, dog.
Never been there. I got lost in Korea one time.
And I do mean everything.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I got lost in Korea one time. When I used to go to Seoul, I would catch this, the regular train. Like they had a train that left from where I was at. Little.
I'm gonna interrupt you, bro, because I know I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen. It's 8:45, and if we keep talking about Korea, ain't neither one of us gonna get off here.
Yeah, you're right, and I got to get off here because I got to grab me something to eat.
Ain't neither one of us gonna get off here. I was just trying to make up for that 6 o'clock I missed, but it done been an hour and something being on here. But
all right.
The only reason I'm stopping it because if we keep talking about Korea, me, you, and those that are in the been in the military are not gonna get off here.
No, because you can talk about Korea, Germany, all of it all day. Fort Hood, Fort Stewart, Fort Sill, Fort Dix. Yeah,
man. We got good times and we got bad times.
I had a lot of bad times, but I'll try not to think about them.
I'm telling you.
When somebody tell me, thanks for your service, I'm like, shit, pay me hell. Shit.
Hey, you better push for them benefits, boy. Push
How
for
many
them
times I
benefits.
don't froze? And
Hey,
hungry.
Korea's where I got my frostbite.
Oh, I got frostbitten in Germany.
Oh,
Yeah, I got frostbitten in Germany my first tour.
hmm.
Yeah.
But
But all right, man, I'm finna run up here because I got to get ready to go in the morning. I'm gonna try to hunt again. So I
hey,
didn't get in today, saw a couple, but hopefully something step out tomorrow. I'll send them to the upper room.
hey, fill that freezer, man. Fill that freezer.
All right,
And
man. We'll
hey,
holler.
and if you can find Odyssey, have him cook it for you. I
Not these
appreciate it,
American
bro.
odysseys. Hell no, they too American now. They be trying
You're,
to
you're
rip you
right.
off.
You're right. You're right. I appreciate it and I love you, bro.
All right, man. Love to
Thanks for
y'all.
coming
Y'all
in.
have a good one, man.
You too
Y'all
now.
have a good one. Bye.
Everybody in the chat, I want to thank y'all for coming in. I'm sorry I was late. I didn't do what I intend to do, but I thank God for Hands and Dirt coming up because it brought back a lot of memories, and I'm pretty sure y'all enjoy listening to this stuff. I'm not gonna say there's all bad times in the military, but we had some outstanding times in the military, and it could be a book, but I don't think we want to put everything in the book. I want to thank y'all for coming in. Hey, I love y'all. Y'all stay strong, and I'll see y'all in these streets.